Hello, this is Wes Walton, and you are watching the video on how to install and run the Missed Pivot Points indicator. This indicator is designed to show you pivot points, daily pivot points, weekly pivot points, monthly pivot points, and which ones are missed in particular. We're going to start by showing you how to extract the Missed Pivot Points file and how to install it on your platform and then how to run it. And we're going to start by reminding you to exit your Metatrader 4 platform before moving forward with this installation. I'm just going to simply minimize mine because I've already installed the Missed Pivot Points indicator on my platform. But just remember that you need to exit Metatrader 4 before installing, otherwise it's not going to show up. Alright, so first off, you need to find the downloaded zip file on your computer. Mine is on my desktop. It might be under downloads, it might be under your desktop, it might be wherever it is that you download things. At the moment, I have already extracted the Missed Pivot Points folder, so I am going to I'm going to delete that from my computer real quick. That way we can do a clean install. Okay, so once you've located the zip file on your on your computer, it should say missedpivotpoints.zip. We just need to extract this file. So we're going to right click on it. We're going to go to extract all. And then you can select the location where it should be extracted to. Usually I just leave it at the default location because most of the time it should just default to the same folder where it's at already. So it's already going to extract it to the desktop. So I'll give you a moment to get that far. I also like to make sure that it shows extracted files when complete. That way it just pops right up on my screen. It's easier to find. I'm going to press extract. So it should extract pretty quickly because it's a really tiny file. And you should just be seeing missedpivotpoints.ex4. Easy enough, right? One quick note. When you see this folder on your computer, which mine is down here at the bottom, Missed Pivot Points, this is not the zip folder. This is just the regular folder that it made after extracting the files. Do not drag and drop this folder into your program files Metatrader 4 folder. Do not drag this folder. One last time. Do not drag this folder. If you put this folder in your indicators folder, it will not work and it will not even show up. It's probably the most common problem that we've seen in the past. So just make sure that you do not drag and drop this folder. Go into the folder and you should be seeing missedpivotpoints.ex4. In Metatrader 4 you will see two different types of files. One is .ex4 and the other is .mq4. .mq4 is only source code. Again, .mq4 is only source code. It will not help the indicator function in any way. It's just there for writing of how the thing was programmed. You only need the .ex4 file. And that's what you should be seeing right here. missedpivotpoints.ex4. Now, where do you place this indicator, this .ex4 file? We're going to go to that right now. For that, go to Start, and then Computer. Drag this over here so I can see them on both sides. And you'll go into your C drive. Mine says Windows 7 _ OS and then C:. Now go down to Program Files. Then go to your Metatrader 4 installation. I have a few on my computer. One's Owanda Metatrader and this one's just MT4. It's still Owanda, but I installed it as a clean install. separate from the original one. So double click on your Metatrader 4 installation. Then you can go to Experts, and then you can go to Indicators, and these are all the indicators you have on your platform right now. Alright, so what we're going to do is just grab it, drag it, and drop it. I already have mine in here, so I don't really want to move and replace because it's already there. So I'm going to cancel. You may have to give administrator permission for you to drag and drop this into your computer, and just say yes, and it'll just pop up right here in your indicators folder. As you can see right here, I have missed pivotpoints.ex4. It's already there. So after this is all said and done, you can exit out of these two folders because you don't need them anymore. And you'll open up your Metatrader 4 platform. I'll give you a moment to get that far. Alright. So once you have your Metatrader 4 platform open, you can go ahead and open up a chart and add this to the chart. And how do you do that, you might ask? Well, let's say we want the Australian dollar US dollar chart. Here it is. As you can see, there's no indicators on it. It's just plain for right now. Now, to find the missed pivot points indicator, you want to open up the navigator. To do that, you just click on this button that looks like a gold folder and a gold star. It opens up the navigator. Now, under there, you'll see a few different things. One is indicators. This is not where the missed pivot points indicator will be. Indicators is all of the default indicators on your platform, like the MACD, the RSI, the stochastic, etc. We're going to minimize that. You'll also see expert advisors, and then you'll see custom indicators. This is where the missed pivot points indicator will be, under custom indicators. And you can see it right here. Easy enough, right? Now to open it, you can double click or drag and drop. Alright, so the only variable you'll see here is days look back. And that's defaulted at 150 days. You can go more or less, depending on how fast it loads for you. If it loads really slow, then you may want to go less days. But if it loads really fast and you want to see more days, then that's okay too. I'm going to leave it at the default 150. Now, I recommend using the 1 hour and 4 hour charts for loading this indicator. Sometimes it could take a little bit of time because it has to do a lot of things whenever you first add it to a chart. So I recommend using the 1 hour or 4 hour charts, but you can go as low as 15 minutes. If you go to 5 minutes and then try to load this indicator, there is a pretty good possibility it will freeze your platform for a minute or so, and it's going to just take forever to load. Especially if you go as low as 1 minute, it's gonna bog it down really bad and probably shut your platform off. So try to keep it at 15 minutes and above. 1 hour and 4 hour ideally. I'm going to stick with the 4 hour for just right now. I'm going to go ahead and add this to my chart too. Alright, so as you can see, it opens up and it shows you the pivot points on here that have been missed. You'll see green is for weekly, blue is for daily, and you see a bunch of dailies, and then purple is for monthly. And underneath these pivots that have been missed, you'll see it says daily, and gives a date, and then it gives a price where it's at. Makes sense, right? Alright, so if you switch the time frame, it works just fine. Still pops up with all the pivot points you need to see. Once a pivot point has been touched, it will delete this line that you see going across here, so it will no longer be there. And there is a bug in this indicator which we are working to fix, and it will come out with a new version as soon as that bug is completely fixed. And that bug pops up whenever you change the currency pair, sometimes when you add it to the chart. I'll try and see if I can replicate it. Here we go. So as you can see, sometimes when you add it to a new chart, it will come up with all of the pivot points in a straight line. So you see the monthly, and then a weekly, and then a monthly, and then a weekly, and they're just all the weekly and daily and monthly pivot points are right here in this straight line across the top of the chart. It's very easily fixed. If you added it to a 1-hour chart, change it to a 4-hour chart or a 15-minute chart. Just change the time frame. If you have this error, just change the time frame and it will work just fine. I'll change it back to the 1 hour and you can see that it's fixed. We are working to fix this. It happens when new data is loaded onto a chart with the missed pivot point indicator on it, but the data is loaded faster than the pivot point indicator can actually function. So that's why you'll see that it sometimes it'll do that, and you just change the time frame. That way it can reload and refresh all of the data that it had, so that way it can get the pivots in the right place. So easy enough. And that's the missed pivot points indicator. If you have any questions, or if you find any more errors in this indicator, let us know, and we'll try and help you in any way we can. And we'll let you know when new versions come out with fixes. Yeah, have a great day.